So in Chapter 15, we're going to be looking at the cardiovascular system, the heart and the blood vessels of the body. And that's, the first thing that we'll talk about, and this is going to be a short video, so we'll move through it pretty quickly. The functions. The first function is that the cardiovascular system is a pump and a bunch of pipes that circulate blood through the body. And the job of the pipes is to be impermeable to the blood up until the very point that we want to change that permeability and do gas exchange or exchange of nutrients and wastes, hormones, whatever else the blood might be carrying. So the pipes cannot leak until we get to the capillary networks, which is where we do the exchange of materials. And then the pipes, the blood vessels, become non-leaky again as we return the blood back to the heart to be pumped once more. The last function of the cardiovascular system is to circulate the white blood cells that are responsible for defending the body against invasion or attack, as well as the products of the white blood cells, especially the antibodies that are out there trying to help identify specific threats and then tagging them for removal from the body. So, of course, the cardiovascular system is composed of the heart, that's the pump, and all of the blood vessels. Those are the pipes. So, let's talk about the blood vessels. Arteries are the largest of the vessels that carry blood away from the heart. So they are in between the heart and the capillary networks that the blood is headed toward. The arteries branch and branch, getting smaller and smaller, and eventually we start to see changes in the construction of the wall of the artery, and eventually they get to the point where they're small enough and enough changes have occurred that we no longer refer to them as arteries, but instead as arterioles. The arterioles continue to branch, getting smaller and smaller. The characteristics of the wall continue to change until they become so small that we refer to them as capillaries. And these capillaries are where we see the exchange occurring between the blood and the fluids that are right around the capillaries. Now, on the far side of the capillary network, after all of the exchange has been done, then the capillaries begin to merge, forming larger and larger blood vessels. Those are the venules that are now returning the blood from the capillary network back to the heart. So the venules, their job is to return, and they're the smallest of them. Eventually, as the venules continually merge, becoming larger and larger blood vessels carrying more and more blood, then we reach the point where they can be referred to as veins. And the veins are the largest of the blood vessels that are carrying blood back to the heart. So arteries, arterioles, capillaries. Capillaries then remerge to become venules. Venules merge until they become veins. So that brings us now to the heart. If we think of the heart, here's my representation of the heart. Here are the blood vessels that come from the superior surface of the heart. We've got two pumping circuits here that are separated from each other by a thick wall of muscle. Another little wall of muscle here. So this pumping circuit where blood comes in on the right side and then travels through the heart and then goes back out again from the right side. So it makes this kind of U-turn here in the heart. That would be on the right side is part of the pulmonary circuit. This is where blood comes in from the body, low in oxygen, and heads out from the heart to be recharged with oxygen and to have the carbon dioxide removed. So there's the pulmonary circuit. Here on the left side of the heart, we see the systemic circuit begin. Here, blood is coming in from the lungs. It travels down toward into the ventricle, and then as the left ventricle makes a squeeze, that blood comes right up and out through the most superior part of the heart. Now there's also a third and much smaller pumping circuit. That's the coronary circuit. It comes off of the systemic circuit right after the blood vessel leaves the heart. So right here we see a coronary artery that then branches. It actually forms kind of a ring here, and then the branches branch out to all of the muscle of the heart. So it creates a ring that looks a little like this with these branches extending down. You can kind of imagine, a little bit of a crown here, which is that term corona, means crown. You have a coronation for a king or a queen. That's when you crown them. So here's a little crown of blood vessels that circulates through, or the blood vessels send blood throughout the heart, and then it returns back to the heart again through the coronary sinus here on the posterior side of the heart. So 3 pumping circuits. The right side of the heart sends blood to the lungs. The left side of the heart sends blood either out to the rest of the body or to the tissues of the heart itself. All right, so this is a short one. We're all done, and I'll see you in the next one.